When you think about that 40% rally from here, what's the biggest catalyst for that? I mean, is it this? Because this seems like a very crowded marketplace here.
Yeah, it's a great question and good to see you both. First, remember, the stock is down over 50% off of the pullback from the last 2 years. And importantly, always known synonymously as a COVID stock. And I think importantly, the 40% potential upside from here is driven by COVID moving behind us and now talking about multiple pipeline programs across the platform, both from the positive RSV data today, also talked about over the last months, which also had boosted the stock, is the personalized cancer vaccine data. So the cancer platform partnered with Merck, who's extremely bullish. So that's now opening a new chapter. And importantly, even though RSV is a competitive space, note that Meg said is the only mRNA RSV vaccine, but that is also important because the technology is validated through the opportunity to be combination vaccines. And so if you listen to what is now next later this year, Moderna will be presenting data with the combination of COVID flu, RSV, COVID, et cetera, in one injection. And mRNA technology is pretty much the only application of that. Albert Bourla at Pfizer has talked about that as well, but that's another leg to think about for the long term.
With so many variants out there, though, Meg, I'm wondering how, dependent this sort of notion of combining these therapies is when, you can have one variant and then another one can resurface. I mean, what we're seeing in China is that there's so many variants out there, and there are still probably some out there that we don't know about because the testing is not very thorough in places like China. So how important is that aspect?
I think it's really important because, right now we're in the process of seeing how we're going to be updating the COVID vaccines potentially annually. We don't really know. We're going to see the FDA's Vaccine Advisory Committee meet later this month to talk about how to potentially do that. But if we do have that combo vaccine, which Mike was talking about, which is the ultimate goal here, you could have the flu vaccine, which of course gets updated every season, and then the COVID vaccine, which may be getting updated. So each season this gets updated to target whatever is currently circulating. And you have to hope that mRNA can do that pretty quickly and get a really good lock on what's circulating. But yeah, it will be a different vaccine potentially every year.
In terms of these combo vaccines, Michael, I'm wondering if you can walk us through the concept. I know this is not a stock that you cover necessarily, but this could be a competitor to Moderna, CureVac, for instance, which has had an astronomical rise so far this year. And what they're riding on is a combination flu-COVID vaccine. And some analysts say that their platform is maybe even better than Moderna's mRNA platform.
Yeah, CureVac is covered by another analyst. But look, I think the 2 points are, one, the application and power of the potential of mRNA as a technology, I think we should all agree is important. Now, whether you play that through Moderna, which has significant cash, resources, leadership, huge pipeline, obviously personalized cancer vaccine, a whole lot going on there, I think is one thing, both from liquidity, cap perspective, and resources, as well as the smaller players as well, partnered with Sanofi, who is also helping fund all of that. And of course, you shouldn't be surprised and almost a validation that, hey, why is Big Pharma all trying to get into this? Probably because the stuff is working pretty well. And so I think whether you're playing both of those, I think totally different. But focusing on Moderna, see significant upside given the leadership here and the position and also the cancer vaccine application.
Yeah, Meg, what I thought was interesting also for Moderna, and specifically as it relates to the RSV vaccines, that they're also studying the efficacy in milder infections, but they haven't released that data yet. And they plan on releasing a full study later on. What is the hope there that maybe this could offer some insights into preventing some other more sort of common infections? Is this a different market?
Well, potentially. I mean, I think the concern primarily for all of these things is the severe disease and the most vulnerable populations. But if you step back and look at what Moderna is kind of aiming to do more broadly longer term, they're looking at getting a vaccine out there that can protect against tons of respiratory viruses that are circulating every year. So not just RSV, not just COVID, not just flu, but other common coronaviruses too. So giving you a shot that might protect against more like the common cold, which I have right now, which is why I'm home in my attic still, because I didn't want to give it to you. So, something like that is a longer term prospect, but it'll be really fascinating to see how well that works. Yeah.